Alright everyone, this is Zero Budget Geek and welcome back to Magic Duels and my coverage of the Steam release of the Shadows over Innistrad and Oath of the Gatewatch expansions. So I've been doing a number of videos where I've been going through each color and going through the cards and letting you know what I think of them. I am looking at the cards for the first time, so these are more like first impressions, but give you my thoughts on it. And so we've gone through all the basic colors so far, and in this episode we are gonna take a look at the gold cards, and I'm not sure how many there are, and so we'll probably go through all the gold cards here and then all the colorless ones in a separate video. So let's start. Our very first gold card here is Invocation of Saint Traft. It's a blue, white, and a color, any color, and it's a rare aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Exile that token at end of combat. Okay, so it goes away, which is nice, but getting a 4/4 white flyer angel is pretty nice. That makes this enchantment worthwhile. Unfortunately, the creature that is enchanted does not get any bonus. It doesn't get any bigger or anything like that, so so this is kind of limited. You know, the fact that it's an aura limits it, but it could be interesting. And I mean, I'm sure there's ways. Oh, you exile the token at end of combat, so you'd have to sacrifice it during combat if anything, and kind of don't want to do that because you want to hit with 4 damage at least. So I don't know, it's just okay. I can see uses for it, but I'm not that impressed at the moment. Okay. We have a Reflector Mage, 1 blue, 1 white, and 1 of any color. It's an uncommon human wizard. It's a 2/3. When Reflector Mage enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That creature's owner can't cast spells with the same name as that creature until your next turn. So you return a creature back to the hand, and then they can't play it. So you play it, return something to their hand, their turn comes around, they cannot play it, and then your turn comes around and then the effect is over. So it's the same thing as returning the creature to the top of their library almost, except it doesn't cost them a draw, so it's okay. I mean, it's just you know, it's a low cost thing, so it's okay. It's nice though, nice creature. Could go in a good tempo deck, but it's white and blue, so let's see. I don't know. Alright, one of the better cards in the deck, probably one of the best cards in the set. We have Anguished Unmaking, 1 black, 1 white, 1 of any color. It's a rare instant, so you're only gonna have 2 in your deck, and you exile target non-land permanent, and you lose 3 life. Alright, well, losing 3 life is whatever, that's fine, because you can exile target non-land permanent. So anything other than a land, this exile, so gets rid of Ulamog, gets rid of Planeswalkers, gets rid of just about anything, man. So very, very powerful card, very useful, very versatile. You're gonna see this being played a lot for sure. Alright, Aelin, Eternal Pilgrim, 1 black, 1 white. It's a rare core cleric, and it's a legendary creature. It's a 2/3 for 2 mana of specific colors, which isn't too terrible. It does have Death Touch, which is really great, and you can sacrifice another creature. You gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness. Alright, not bad. And then for 1 black, 1 white, and 1 of any color, sacrifice another creature, exile target non-land permanent. Activate this ability only if you have at least 10 life more and your starting life total. So you have to be at 30 life to do this, so you're probably not going to be doing that. So most of the time you're going to do its other ability, which is sacrifice another creature to gain life, and that could be useful. That could be very useful, especially in a sacrifice deck or one of those allied life gain decks. So interesting card. I'm sure you're going to see a lot of play of that in the right decks. Okay, moving on, we have a Cliffhaven Vampire, 1 black, 1 white, and 2 of any color. It's an uncommon vampire warrior ally. Ally and vampire have become very important keywords, and it's a 2/4 with flying for 4 mana. I like that. And whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So we just got another helper card for the life gaining, life draining ally decks. And now you can make more use of vampires. So very cool card in a deck built for it. Okay, over here we have Fevered Visions. 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 of any color. It's a gold enchantment and has a very messed up artwork there. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, Fevered Visions deals 2 damage to him or her. Oh wow, so you can kind of put your opponent on a clock, but they get to draw a card. And you get to draw a card, and then you're gonna play. So you're gonna get to draw the card before them. So if you play this on your turn, then your end step you draw a card. Then your opponent says, "Oh, I don't wanna deal with that." So if he destroys it on his turn, then he will not get the benefit of drawing a card. But they could destroy it on your turn and prevent you from getting anything. So, I don't know. I could see this being decent in some decks. This might go good in a mill deck, but you need red. So, kind of a specialty card. I don't know what to make of it. I need to see what you guys think of it and what kind of decks you'll put it into. Alright, I've seen this guy around. Sorin, the Grim Nemesis. 1 black, 1 white, and 4 of any color just to bring this guy in. He is mythic, so you can only have 1 in your deck. He starts with 6 loyalty, which is very high. His +1 is reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand, so you get to draw a card. Each opponent loses life equal to its converted mana cost. Well, that's great. I guess if it's a land, it doesn't do it. You still get to draw a card, so that's a just ridiculously powerful ability. Not ridiculously, but it's awesome. Okay, his second ability is -X. Sorin, Grim Nemesis, deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker and you gain X life. So that's again another great ability. As is, you can kill something with a health of 5 and still keep him around, or 6 and you lose him. Then we have his ultimate, which is -9. Put a number of 1/1 black vampire knight creature tokens with lifelink onto the battlefield equal to the highest life total among all players. Well, that's just ridiculous. Are they flying? Alright, they're not flying, but yeah. And you only need to be at 9 to do this, so 3 turns from when you play him. Man, this guy is powerful. I think if you see people playing with planeswalkers, I've seen a number of planeswalkers decks already creeping up. This guy is probably an auto include. He's very powerful, even without his ultimate. Even his just +1 is very, very good. So I like that guy a lot. All right, we have Jory N, Ruin Diver. 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 of any color. It's a rare legendary creature who's a merfolk wizard, which doesn't matter too much to us, and it's a 2/3 for 3 mana, which is okay. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, draw a card. Now that is really good. I can see that. So I can see that going good with a deck that you cast a lot of spells, you draw cards, and also make use of this Fevered Visions to help you draw cards. Yeah, by itself it's just okay. It's decent, but in the right deck I think it could get really ridiculous. Alright, we have a Nahiri the Harbinger. 1 white, 1 red, 2 colors. It's a mythic planeswalker, starts with 4 loyalty, and it has a +2 ability. You may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So that's not too terrible, especially when you have madness things going on. And or delirium. And then we have a -2 ability, exile target enchantment, tapped artifact, or tapped creature, so you have some removal built in. And her ultimate is -8. Search your library for an artifact or creature card, put it into battlefield, then shuffle your library. It gains haste, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. So the ultimate is yeah, pretty nice. I mean, pick the right creature, you can probably end the game. So and then the creature goes back to your hand, but you still can replay it later. So pretty neat planeswalker. Not as impressive as that other one, but still a nice one. All right, we have a Storm Chaser Mage, 1 red, 1 blue. It's a 1/3 human wizard that's uncommon. It has flying and haste, which is pretty cool for its cost. It doesn't do much damage, but it does have prowess. So yeah, I can see this in a red blue prowess deck for sure. Flying haste is great. Yeah, I like this guy, and he's got a defensive body too, so on turn 2 you can play him as a defensive guy. We have a weapons trainer, 1 white, 1 red, a uncommon human soldier ally. Ally is important, as well as human, and it's a 3/2 for 2 mana, which is not bad. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 as long as you control an equipment. Well, if the equipments are great, then he might be nice. Otherwise, actually it gives you all other creatures you control, so could be really good. All right, Altered Ego, 1 blue, 1 green, 2 of any color, and then X. It's a rare shapeshifter creature. It's a 0/0. It can't be countered, which is always nice. You may have Altered Ego enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it. Oh man. So you can still do this for just 4 mana and just make it be an exact copy of the creature, but if you pay any amount of X, it's even bigger. So yeah. Yeah, this is a cool card. I like that. I would play that. I mean, even in a, yeah, it doesn't even need a dedicated deck for it. It's just good by itself. Can be a bit mana intensive. Not really. You only need 4 mana for it to be worthwhile. Anything more than that is just gravy. So very cool. All right, we have the Joraga Auxiliary, 1 white, 1 green, and 1 of any color. It's an uncommon elf soldier ally, so good typing there. It's a 2/3 for 3 mana, which is decent. And you pay 1 white, 1 green, and 4 to support 2. You can keep doing that. So the support in this, I don't really like support all that much on this card. It's very mana intensive though, very mana intensive. I mean, this is basically a card for an elf deck. But you know, unchecked it could get really good, but man, 6 mana, you're not going to be doing that very often, so I'm not head over heels over it. Okay, we have a Void Grafter, 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 of any color. It's an uncommon Eldrazi drone. It's a 2/4 for 3 mana, which is good. Has no color, and you can play as Flash, which is nice. And when Void Grafter enters the battlefield, another target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Okay, so now that really elevated this, so you can flash this in when one of your guys gets targeted, and then this gives him hexproof, which will cause the spell to fizzle, if I'm understanding things correctly. So very cool guy. He would definitely go in an Eldrazi deck. Alright, Mind Melter, 1 black, 1 blue, and 1 of any color. It's an uncommon Eldrazi drone, which is a 2/2. He can't be blocked, which is okay. And for 3 of any color and 1 colorless, target opponent exiles a card from his or her hand. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. So it looks like, again, we have some land destruction. We did see some land destruction, I think, in black, and did we see it in blue? I think it was just in black. We saw some hand destruction, and this is some more hand destruction here. So can we see hand destruction being a viable strategy? Probably not. I know Magic does not want that to be a very powerful, because it just sucks to face hand destruction. So but in that kind of deck, this guy could be good. Otherwise, he's just meh. All right, we have a Flare Drone. It looks like a sliver. All right, the real slivers, not those humanoid ones, the old school ones from Invasion block. All right, 1 red, 1 black, and 1 of any color. An uncommon Eldrazi drone. It's a no color creature. It's a 3/1. It has first strike, which makes the 3/1 much better. And whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, target opponent loses 1 life. So very, very aggressive card. I would expect nothing less out of black and red. Definitely would go in a black-red Eldrazi aggro deck. I want to see an Eldrazi aggro deck now that there's a lot more cards that support it. And this guy would definitely go in there because he comes in, has first strike, so he's a good defender, and Whenever another colorless creature you control, he'll do more damage. So aggro wants to do damage, so he's good on all points there for aggro. Okay, Prized Amalgam. 1 black, 1 blue, and 1 colorless. It's a rare zombie. It's a 3/3 for that price. It's pretty good. Plus we have, whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it entered from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, return Prized Amalgam from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped at the beginning of the next end step. Well, in a sacrifice deck, I don't know how many creatures that you can cast from the graveyard, so that's kind of a thing. If there are some more things which let you cast some creatures from the graveyard, then this is much better. But right now, it seems kind of limited. It could be cool, but it seems kind of narrow, so I'm not too sure on that guy. I like the flavor of the card, but I'd have to see more cards supporting it. And we have here Olivia, Mobilized for War. Red, 1 black, 1 of any color. It's a mythic legendary creature, a vampire knight. Vampire is important, and it's a 3/3 flyer for 3 mana, which is not terrible. That's actually very good. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may discard a card, which may let you do some madness and or delirium shenanigans. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. It gains haste until end of turn, and it becomes a vampire in addition to its other types. Is the vampire does it always stay as a vampire, or is it until end of turn? No, I think it always becomes a vampire. So, yeah, I like this card. It's very killable, but unchecked, it could make things really rough on your opponent. So, cool card. Next we have, we're nearing the end here. Okay, we have a Baloth Null, 1 green, 1 black, and 4 of any color. An uncommon zombie beast. It's a 4/5 for 6 mana, which is, I don't know. When Baloth enters the battlefield, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Well, that makes them worthwhile, especially with black and green would have stuff for discarding. So this guy could be good in that kind of deck. He is a zombie, so there's things that make use of the zombie subtype. So this guy is actually pretty decent and could be really good in the right deck. The 6 cost is kind of high, but you do get 2 creatures from your graveyard back, so that's not, that's not terrible. So getting 2 creatures back plus a big creature is nice. I do like that. I think at 6 mana, there's probably other things you'd rather be doing, but it's not horrible. So, all right, here we have the Gitrog Monster. It's a 1 green, 1 black, and 3 of any color. It's a mythic legendary creature, Frog Horror. Well, he's a 6/6 for 5 mana, which is awesome. So that alone, I'll play this. It has Death Touch, even better. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the Gitrog Monster unless you sacrifice a land. Well, that's terrible. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Well, that's good. And whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a... that is so much worth it. Oh, I would use this guy. And then we saw, and I think in green, there were a number of cards that let you get land cards back. So, that would work with this. So, this is a good card. You got to build the deck around it, but it's a good creature. That's the reason why he's legendary. He has a lot of abilities, but you can draw a lot of... Oh, man. You can be drawing a bunch of cards and stuff with that. Pretty cool. I like it. Alright, we have Arlen Cord, 1 green, 1 red, 2 of any color. It's a mythic, and she starts with 3 loyalty. She only has a +1 ability and a 0, so +1 until end of turn. Up to 1 target creature gains +2/+2 and gains vigilance and haste. So that's pretty nice, man. She's got a very cocky expression there. Alright, and then her 0 ability is a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield, and then you transform her. So nice abilities, man. I guess it depends on the situation which one you want to do, but both very cool abilities. Let's see what she transforms into. Arlen, Embraced by the Moon. So she turns into a werewolf planeswalker, but she doesn't have the werewolf subtype. Anyway, she has a... now it says here she's got a 0 loyalty, but I think it's whatever the front side is. So if this side is a 4 when you transform it, then this will be a 4. I believe that's how that works. Okay, her +1 ability on this side is creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Well, we always know that anything that gives a blanket ability to all your creatures is usually pretty good. She has a -1 ability. Arlen, the Embraced of the Moon, deals 3 damage to target creature or player and then transform it back. Well, dealing 3 damage for only a -1 is very, very good. So ooh, I like that. And then she has her ultimate here, -6. You get an emblem with creatures you control have haste and tap. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Well, yeah, that's a very powerful ability. Though I think by the time you get this, you probably have enough creatures in play to probably finish off your opponent. So I mean, that's the case with most ultimates. So very cool thematic planeswalker. I like it. Hold on, stinky for a moment. It's pretty good even outside of a, like, it doesn't need to be in a werewolf deck to be effective. So that's good. In a werewolf deck, it's probably even better. So moving on. Mina and Den, a Wildborn. 1 green, 1 red, 2 of any color. It's a rare elf ally. It's a legendary creature, so you can only have 1 in play. And it's a 4/4 for 4 mana, which is great. And the typing is really awesome. And you may play an additional land on each of your turns, which is good. That will go good when you have this Gitrog monster going on. Okay, and then you can play a green and a red, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature gains trample until end of turn. Well, you probably don't want to do that when you got this guy around, but it's still pretty good, and the 4/4 body makes it very, very playable. So I like that card. Okay, here we have Relentless Hunter. 1 green, 1 red, 1 of any color, and it's an uncommon human warrior. It's a 3/3, not too bad, and you pay its cost again. Relentless Hunter gets +1/+1 and gains trample until end of turn. Well, it's only until end of turn, but you could make them into a 4/4, maybe into a 5/5. Probably not much bigger than that until it's really late game. So he's okay, he's neat. Maybe if you have a human deck, that would make it even better. So that's it for the gold cards, and I guess we'll end this episode here. In the next episode, we'll be going through artifacts and colorless cards as well as lands, I believe. So guys, I'd like to hear your comments down below. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do, give me a like and consider subscribing for more videos. So that'll be it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.